Hello and welcome to Bring It On. I am Ambrose Ezewani. On the program today, 2015 election and party measure, what will it bring for our country? For the insiders, talking about the politicians in the opposition, this is the time to perfect plans to reduce the political territory of the ruling People's Democratic Party come 2015. And so we have major talks between the key opposition parties, talking about the ACN, the Action Congress of Nigeria, and the CPC spearheading that talk. What do they want to do? To team up in such a way that come 2015, the political territory of the ruling party will be reduced. They say that is the way forward for this country. And we on Bring It On today are asking, what will that mean for Nigeria? Is that going to usher in a better political future for us? You can join us in this discussion by hooking up to www.ucas.com/bringitonlp or www.facebook.com/bringiton TV show. And with me here in the studios, Wale Ugwade, a constitutional lawyer, a human rights activist, and president of Voters Awareness Initiative. Welcome to Bring It On.
To go.
I also have Moses Bamishaye, a legal practitioner and social critic. Welcome to Bring It On.
Thank you for having me.
Gentlemen, 2015 and mergers. Right now we have the ACN and the CPC in merger talks. And the idea is to team up in such a way that come 2015, they will reduce, as it were, the political landscape of the PDP. Let's start by looking at the possibilities of these two parties coming together and working together to achieve that purpose. Do you see any green light in that direction?
There will only be a green light if two things are put together.
Okay.
And those two things are ego and personal interest. Once those two things are put together and taken into consideration and removed for national interest to subsume personal interest and for selfish interest or the goodness or the betterment of mankind or Nigerians as a whole for personal for ego, then definitely will go on. The major talk can go. But if before they start talking, some people are grandstanding, some people are giving some unconditional conditions, then definitely it's not going to go anywhere. And unfortunately, like one young man said the other day on national television, now this is not the first time we'll be hearing about mergers yes. of all these political parties. At the end of the day, it just crashes like a pack of cards. And of course, for someone like me too, who's been part of this, who's been following events at a very close range, I know that. So for me now, from what I've seen, there is no indication of seriousness on the part of the leadership of the political parties. To me, it is not about who shares what, who takes what. That should be the first thing on ground. It is looking at what are the manifesto. What are the programs that you have? What are the alternatives? What are we standing for? What are the things that we want to make ourselves sellable? Look at the Obama, what's this guy other name, Romney campaign. They have definite programs and projections, and they were marshalling it. Not that you're saying, it's me, it's the North, it's the East, it's the Yoruba, it's the Hausa. That's not the issue here. We've passed that stage because as I'm talking to you, hunger does not know the Yoruba man different from the Igbo man. All we're looking for is somebody who can deliver. We care less about whoever becomes the president of this country. In as much as Nigeria is now, we know that anyone who comes can be a president of this country, but the delivery, the ability to deliver for the satisfaction of the people, that's what people are after, and that's what should be the focus
of people interested in mergers. So, Bamishe, do you see any hope there?
Yes, it's a green light. It's a welcome development. I think I was on this same studio when I said these 50, 30 political parties is just making a nonsense of the whole thing.
Okay, yes.
Let's reduce them, streamline them to 2 basic major parties. Let's have independent candidates on the other hand to run. And I think we are seeing that snow blowing now, seeing something like that coming up. And I think it's very, very possible. One, first and foremost, this is Nigeria. Secondly, most of the political parties really do not have any crystal clear ideology. That's why it's very easy for them to junketing from one party to another, cross carpet from one party to another. So really, that is this possible? I would say yes, very, very possible. And is there an element of sincerity and seriousness from both political ends or from the people concerned? I would say yes. I would say yes. I know for sure that Buhari made himself present at the meeting and also considered a team of consultants or people who will negotiate on their own behalf, from their own side. I know ACN is equally doing the same. I know everybody is concerned, and their concerns is not just unfounded. They know if they were to do it on their own, PDP will whip them silly.
Yes.
So definitely the idea would now be, let's see how we can come together. But the question is, for who?
Okay.
And why will you want to come together? Now, it's not just enough that you want to wrestle power with PDP. If the basic for coming together is just to wrestle power with PDP, then I will say, ab initio, your intentions are wrong and on a very bad premise.
Okay.
It must be about the people, and it must be on issues. Crystal clear issues must be placed on the front burner, and the people, the well-being of Nigerians should be the basic thing at the mind of these people while they discuss this negotiation.
Okay. So maybe that's what's on their mind, saying we've not seen what we expect from the ruling party, so let's go in there and do what we think should be done. Let's hope that is part of the agenda too. But as Sugwade said, that must be stated clearly before they go on, or that will even enable them to merge, because if you know what you're pursuing, then you can do that better. Now, let's look what's on the ground. We hear that the ANPP is interested in this merger, but they are given a condition that, yes, AC and CPC, yes, collapse your structures and let's all of us become ANPP. Is that a dream or a plan?
To me, it's just a hilarious, it's just, to me, grandstanding, because maybe that's what I need, part of what my opening remarks about ego. This is ego at play. You want to negotiate with people, like I was discussing with a colleague the other day, and I was saying in negotiation, it's a win-win situation.
Okay.
It's not a victor-vanquish situation, right? All of you are coming on board. You must place your cards on the table. Whatever strength you have to look at it, where your area of strength and your area of comparative advantages. You take it to, yes, if you control the southwest, the northeast, obviously, yes, on that footing we can talk. If you control the southwest, yes, on that footing we can talk. Yeah. And of course, if you control the northwest, on that footing, but not for you to now say somebody should collapse. Under what condition?
You remember the words of Dolly Parton, that storms make trees take deeper roots. So we are believing that the challenges faced by Nigerians now will bring forth that leader who will say, I am here for you. And Nigerians are waiting to see that leader who will serve and meet their needs. And that's why we are hopeful that the merger talks between the main opposition parties in Nigeria will yield good fruits, that they will come up with an agenda that will meet the yearnings of Nigerians, not business as usual. That, of course, has the power of making the party in power to sit up to. In other words, for everybody, it is time to serve the people. And that's when this country will move forward. That's how it's been today on Bring It On. We'll be looking at 2015 and the effects of the planned mergers between the opposition parties. I hope you found it useful. I want to thank you, Moses Bamishaye, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Wale Gwade, for coming.
To God be the glory.
I am Ambrose Ezanwani. We have a future in this country. And as the word says, because he lives, we can face tomorrow. Bye-bye now.